Most of the poisons used by humans come from bitter plants, for example strychnine and hemlock. At the same time, some of the most popular beverages in the world are bitter, as are some of the healthiest foods. Bitter taste receptors aren't only on our tongue, but throughout much of our digestive tract, on the very same cells lining our gut that secrete the appetite-suppressing hormone GLP-1. And indeed, a number of bitter compounds have been shown to potently stimulate the release of hormones like GLP-1 in petri dishes and lab animals. What about people? And beer. Beer is one of the most popular bitter beverages thanks to hops. Given that bitter herbs have evidently been used in times of scarcity to reduce hunger, researchers tested low and high doses of hops extracts on people undergoing a 24-hour fast, and found both doses seemed to lower feelings of hunger better than placebo. Might that be a GLP-1 effect? Let's find out. Taking a hops extract before a meal, in either immediate or delayed-release capsules, led to significantly more GLP-1 release than did a placebo. And more importantly, when the study participants were given all-you-can-eat ham sandwiches a few hours later, they ate significantly less. They didn't feel significantly less hungry or more full, but overall still ate about 200 calories less. So a bitter hop extract significantly decreased calorie intake while increasing appetite-suppressing hormones like GLP-1. These changes occurred without the participants feeling any different appetite-wise or liking the sandwiches any less. Now, the extract did make them feel nauseated, bloaty, and barfy, but maybe that's just more evidence it might be working through GLP-1, since those are common side effects of the GLP-1 mimicking drugs like Ozempic. Well, wait, no wonder they ate less. But evidently the degree of gastrointestinal discomfort did not correlate with how much less they ate. The main reason I'd caution against hops is because of a compound in hops called 8-PN that I've talked about before in a 2-part video series. What about quinine? Perhaps the best-studied bitter substance in human history, extracted from the bark of the cinchona tree. Quinine was not only the first effective treatment for malaria 400 years ago, but remarkably remains a common and effective treatment to this day. And give someone 275 milligrams of it, and GLP-1 secretion is stimulated, enough to actually reduce appetite and body weight. Dietary quinine reduces body weight and food intake. In rats, what about in people? Intragastric quinine administration decreases hedonic eating, meaning eating for pleasure even if you aren't really hungry. In this case, a chocolate milkshake. And if you're thinking, well, of course they'd drink less milkshake if they just had something super bitter. But no, the quinine was administered directly into their stomach through a tube, so it bypassed the bitter receptors in their mouth. There are still those bitter receptors in our gut, though, that we aren't even consciously aware of. The researchers even did brain scans and concluded that being unknowingly slipped about 200 milligrams of quinine not only affected how much the study participants felt like they wanted to eat, but how much they actually did eat by interfering with reward brain circuits. You don't have to go lick some tree bark to get it. It's available in every grocery store in the form of tonic water. A liter of tonic water has about 60 to 70 milligrams of quinine, and bitter lemon, another popular cocktail mixer, has about half that. But getting 200 milligrams of quinine still would be like drinking 3 quarts of tonic water. Can we get away with less? Yes. In this study, people were given just 18 milligrams of quinine, or placebo, and then an hour later, everyone was given all-you-can-eat ham and cheese sandwiches, and caloric intake was significantly lower after the quinine than placebo by about 14%. So drinking a third of a liter of tonic water before a meal could reduce your caloric intake by 82 calories. But a third of a liter of tonic water has more than 100 calories, so that wouldn't do you much good. Tonic water is basically quinine-sparked carbonated sugar water. Now, there are sugar-free varieties, or you could go straight to the source. What if you got about the same amount of quinine in the form of powdered bark? The effects of giving about a third of a teaspoon a day of powdered cinchona bark on satiety, weight loss, and body composition in a population of overweight adults. Significantly more weight loss, significantly more waist loss, and even slimmer hips in the bark group compared to placebo. And the weight loss was in fat mass, with greater lean mass preservation compared to placebo. So, in humans, quinine may boost GLP-1, decrease hedonic hunger, lower appetite, decrease caloric intake and decrease body fat. What are the downsides? That's what I'll cover next.